Hello everybody, thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. My name is David. Today's video is Histrionic Personality Disorder. People have asked me to been doing this, so I did it. I haven't done it in the past because a lot of professionals and clinicians believe that that histrionic personality disorder is the same thing as borderline personality disorder. The similarities are amazing. It's definitely hand in hand, really goes together really well. This is also comorbid with other disorders, other personality disorders. I'll get into that later. So just don't forget that this is a personality disorder which affects all your areas in life. Okay, that's a major difference between other disorders. Seems to cause havoc and problems everywhere in your life. Okay, it's a cluster B disorder. There's A, B, and C, and this falls in the B. They're also labeled. Just a way to try to kind of remember them is weird, wild, and worried. So the cluster B is the wild. It's an acting out disorder. So a lot of the things that they feel, a lot of things they think, they tend to act out. Okay, and so it becomes evident in their lives. People see it. Just note that try not to let this confuse you even more. A lot of people want to know, who, or they have somebody in their life that they want to know what they are. They want to know what disorder they fall into. And they tend to only look at one, NPD or BPD or ASPD, something like that. And then they judge it based on that. Yes, he is. Yes, he's not. Or maybe just two. Which one is he? The best way to do this is to, first realize what cluster they fall in. After that, it's really difficult, especially for people that we know more. Kind of weird, but it is. So don't let this confuse you more. Let you realize that they just do fall in the cluster B, that they actually do have a cluster B disorder, because so many of these traits are shared. The majority of the traits in the cluster B are shared among the 4 disorders, okay? The best thing you could do if you want to know what somebody is, I think, is study all 10 disorders. There's 10 of them, okay? So study all of them, the A, B, and C. That'll help you a lot. It'll help you understand just one of them. One of the disorders by knowing all of them, okay? This is a result of childhood trauma, bad parenting, not enough attention, very similar to borderline. Studies have shown that 2/3 of histrionics also meet criteria for antisocial personality disorder. So someone who is histrionic may also exhibit many traits or also be a sociopath, okay? And I know it's taken me a long time to see this in people, to see this disorder in people and see that they're histrionic and also sociopathic. And I used to sit there and go, God, are they a sociopath or a borderline? And I think they're histrionic sociopathic, okay? The criteria, it's often comorbid, like I said before. Antisocial or borderline, histrionic, narcissism, histrionic, and then you also have different disorders as well, not just personality disorders that these people could have. It's 4 times frequently diagnosed amongst women. 4 times more amongst women, okay? There is no test for diagnosis because it's subjective. It's subjective. It's very, very wrongly misdiagnosed quite often. So is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over the criteria. I usually don't do this because sometimes it gets confusing, but I'm going to go over the criteria that's in the DSM-5. That is the manual that's used for diagnosis. And so these are the diagnostics criteria, okay? There's 8 of them. So I'm going to go over all 8. So the first one is uncomfortable when not the center of attention. So they literally have to be the center of attention all the time. Okay, sometimes I kind of differentiate borderline and histrionic because borderline wants that attention too. But I notice with borderlines, they tend to want that deep attention of just one or just 2, where histrionic seems to be the entire room. They got to have every single person. They really want the limelight, the spotlight. And a lot of borderlines don't like that. They get too anxious and scared, stuff like that. So at a party, this will be the one singing out loud. Or in a store, they're whistling to get all your attention. Wearing loud clothes. Manufactured symptoms. So interaction with others, number 2, this is number 2. Interaction with others is often inappropriate, sexually, seductive, or provocative behavior. So it seems like any kind of interaction they have with people for some reason, it's got to be inappropriate and usually sexually. Okay, seductive, provocative, promiscuous, stuff like that behavior. And some of the things I've heard histrionic women do and say are just some of these things. Now I've heard histrionic women say this is, it's like, even if they're not a lesbian, even if they're not attracted to women, they'll still do it. They'll still flirt with them and act like it. And so women will walk by and they'll be like, "Hey girl, you're sexy," you know, stuff like that. But they're not attracted to them. They just want that attention, you know. Or man, they'll come up into a group of people and go, "Man, my boobs are so big. My boobs are so big. Look at this, aren't they?" You know, and it's just like, dude, we don't talk about things like, we don't say that. We don't tell everybody, you know, they're big. But they just want everyone to look. They want that attention. These are the people, they have no filter. No filter. They don't care. It seems like they're very unaware sometimes of what they look like, even though they're trying so hard to look a certain way so you look. But sometimes they don't realize what they're giving off, what they're putting out there. These are the people that will have sex with their boss. These are the people that will have sex. These are professionals that will have sex with their clients. They will flirt and have and say inappropriate things to their clients, where that's just a huge no-no. You know? Number 3, displays rapidly shifting and shallow expressions of emotions. So these people are very, very fake, very, very shallow, you know? So, you know, the things they do aren't really detailed. They aren't really substance to them. They seem to be not in tune with their own feelings. And they observe others to try and match feelings with them. Oh, these people are excited. I'm going to get super excited. And they do this to also be a part of the group. So they'll see a group talking about something and they're all excited. So they'll get in there and get super excited. And it seems like they'll get more emotional to try and get everyone to focus on them. Crazy. Number 4, consistently uses physical appearance to draw attention. So, you know, they go too far. It's too much. And I don't care if it's the big hair or put colors in your hair or massive makeup, tons of jewelry, Botox, too much plastic surgery, collagen, breast surgery, and then breast surgery again, and then maybe even a bigger one. Bright colors, big hat, slutty, provocative clothing, at a funeral, showing breasts, cleavage, skirts too high, at a wedding, you know, or, you know, only the bride wears white at a wedding, so she wears all white, gets all the attention. Or at a funeral, she wears red because everyone's wearing black. You know what I mean? Crazy, right? Number 5, has a style of speech that is excessively impressionistic and lacking in detail. So, like I was saying, fake, shallow. And so they'll be in a conversation and it might be like they'll try and pick up on what you're talking about, and they really want to get excited with you and get the attention. So it's like, yeah, me too, yeah. They kind of do that, yeah, me too, yeah. And it's like that one-upper. Someone says, "I did this," and they go, "Yeah, me too, I did that. I did it twice." You know, and you're like, "Oh, I've done that. I do that all the time." It's just total one-upper. It's kind of like just shut you down and bring them up all the time. Number 6. Self-dramatization, theatrically and exaggerated display of emotion. Working themselves up, man. I watched a video one time. Someone was complaining about some commercial, and you could see her doing this. You could see her that she wasn't that upset about the commercial, which, why would you get upset about a commercial? But it was just this, oh God, I just can't believe they did this. Oh, and then they just work themselves into a frenzy, work themselves into crying, and now they're crying, and everyone's, what's wrong, it's okay. So it's really working themselves up. Tons of gestures, tons of hands and everywhere, and maybe they're jumping up and down and shaking their head and really loud, and you know what I mean? Just tons and tons of gestures, and really, you know, super excited. Oh, it's just a little something, everyone's happy, they're really happy. They're really sad, really crying, because no matter what, their feelings are the most important. They're the most intense, you know. Number 7, suggestible or easily influenced by others. So, gullible, no filter, like I said. React immediately. Tell them something, show them something. Oh my God, how can you do that? Oh my God. All the time. They're all kind of always like that, overreacting. or you know, they're kind of doing it to be more involved. And I kind of said that before. They, if a group is, you know, whatever the group is feeling, if you can capture that feeling and be more intense about it, then everybody turns around and looks at you. And they like that you are involved, and they like that you are just as passionate, but maybe even more passionate, right? Number 8, and last one. Consider relationships to be much more intimate than they actually are. Now, this is a good one, okay? So, and I've really seen this. This has happened to me where maybe you touch someone on the shoulder and say, good job today, like an employee. So you did really good work today, you know? Or you say, oh, I like your shirt, pretty shirt. Or, oh, I noticed you got your hair done. That's nice. Or maybe you just have an interaction for about 5 minutes with someone you just met. And the next day, someone comes up to you and goes, man, I heard you're dating Lisa. And you're like, huh? No. Who told you that? Lisa. Like, what? Lisa told you we're dating? Yeah, buddy, you're dating. You guys are dating, right? I met Lisa yesterday, 5-minute conversation. Or, I met Lisa yesterday, noticed she had a nice shirt on. I said, I like the color of that shirt. No, they're saying you're dating now. You guys are together. So it's just, I mean, or say you decline someone's friendship, or you end a kind of friendship, or you end something that you just started dating somebody, something like that, right? And they just take it like, oh man, my boyfriend broke up with me and just ditched me and doesn't want me anymore. It's like, we went on one date. One date. I told you I wasn't that into you. Yeah, but you said you liked my shirt. I do. How could you do this to me? You're fucking with my head. You know? So here's a little easy way to remember. I found this, and if you go by Praise Me, okay, there's a little saying for each letter. I'll read them. So P is provocative or seductive behavior. R, relationships more intimate than they actually are. Attention seeking. Influenced by others. Speech wants to impress, lacks detail. Emotional lability, and shallowness. Makeup, physical appearance is used to draw attention. Exaggerated emotions, theatrical. Praise me. Here's just some things I've noticed. These are manufactured symptoms, people. So these are people that call the ambulance for a panic attack or an anxiety attack. These are, and you know, paramedics are privy to this. They've seen this. A lot of them. They'll say, oh, why'd you call us? You're having a damn anxiety attack. Stop wasting our time and money. People need help, you know. Or they want you to come take them to the hospital all the time. Oh, I got this going with me. I got an angina attack. I got a hangnail, and, false accusations. Like I said before, how they think that you guys are more serious than you actually are. And so when you break it off, it's huge to them. Huge. And they will falsely accuse you of all kinds of stuff. Because to them, it's really bad. It hurt really bad. So you're a bad person. You're a narcissist. You know? That's what they do. That's what histrionic people do. Creating problems where there's no problems. Creating drama where there's no drama. These people will screw with you for months, years, harass you, get other people to harass you. Okay? While you're just like, I just don't want anything to do with you anymore. And they just keep persisting and keep accusing you. You're a bad person. You're bad. You're bad. I need to take you down. I need to get other people to help me because I hurt so much. I can't hurt like this and it can be unjustified. I need to just do something to you. False domestic abuse. I've known histrionic women that when they were kind of younger, and this is actually a problem. They will falsely accuse like their father of molesting them. Really, really damaging, really sad. And it comes out later, she's like, no, I just said that. You know? Bad. You become flying monkeys around these people because they demand and call for attention and action all the time. So they demand your attention and call for action. And these are the believable victims. These are the ones that just really play on that victim, you know. And this person hurt me and you got to do this and it's the right thing to do. And you're out doing these people's dirty work. Ask yourself, are they doing it? Why aren't they doing it? Why am I doing their dirty work and she isn't? You know, crazy. This comes from, the term comes from, way back in Freud days even, and it's the hysterical woman, and that's where this came up from. And borderline's a lot newer, so I think they're just too close, borderline and histrionic. But like I said, study all these disorders. It's extremely difficult to know what people are, especially the ones closest to us. It seems like the closer we are to them, the harder it is to distinguish which disorder it is. And it seems to be easier for someone on the outside sometimes, But best thing you could do if you really want to know, like I said, study all of them. It's the best thing to do, okay? Thank you guys. As always, go down below, ask me questions if you want. I'll answer them. Please vote, thumbs up or down. Share this somewhere, multimedia, social media, forums, groups, okay? I appreciate it. Let this information get out there. Thank you very much, guys. Love yourself first. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. Danny Dog Productions.